hi, hello. What a weird lane to start a recording on, but whatever. We're doing one of the an attempt at one of the public-facing streams of mine that I do, where I'm actually recording this for purposes of uploading to YouTube to demonstrate how the sausage is made. So hey, hi, hello, welcome back, Alexandrian Codex. I suppose I can stream this on Discord as well. Yeah, I guess. I fucking guess. Okay. In the voice channel, and we are gonna deafen in the voice channel, and we are gonna share my screen on the voice channel. We're gonna share the specific screen on the voice channel, and I guess my mic should be hot. You can't be mic hot but muted? Well, that sucks. So I'm just gonna have this up while I'm working. Will have me editing the spreadsheet. Will stream me vetting the spreadsheet in the voice channel, but I'm staying deafened so that I can focus. Audio is how do I want to express this? Not unmute, but I can't stay deafened if I'm unmuted. Will be yapping in the usual places. You know what? Let's post on the fucking star map. Boop, 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 boop. What was that? Oh, you know you are queer when you see trans as a word and immediately wait, yes? Hello? What? What's going on? This may be a mistake. Streaming me working on this. But we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. No, Unrats, why you add me in this? Like I just posted in, oh god, what is that? The Star Map channel. I am gonna be yapping and talking, but I can't be muted and deafened at the same time. So you all, if you are watching on here, are just getting a screen. If you want more, I can't self-promote on this Discord, but link in the bio. Maybe it's on Twitch, maybe, but I would never self-promote. Okay, let's get me out of here. So, goals for today. Starting out with quality control, there's so much. Oh no. And then I made Cabra look into the void earlier. I don't think she's gotten to this. It's her birthday tomorrow, by the way, so should get her nice things and say nice things about them. I joked about this earlier this week? Earlier this week that us April people are just built different. I mean, I'm not saying that you have to be born in April to be a staff member, but it helps. It helps. Hey, Doodle. I hope you have fun with the, thing today. That is today, right? It's the 27th? Yeah, I hope it's cool. It sounds cool. It just sounds exhausting, which is why I'm not going. I'm not saying it helps to be born in April to, work on the staff, but statistically, it doesn't hurt. Okay. I'm gonna be brutal here. I'm sorry. This is the reason I don't stream this for the most part on the Discord is I'm rude as hell, but rude as hell in confined areas. Dance? No. Archaeological site in Zimbabwe? Maybe. Tallest waterfall? Maybe. Means humanity. Ubuntu is such a fucking weird word. Oh. Mixed feelings on this one. Codex. Ubuntu is kind of a cliche, and it's like really, really fetishized by white people in the US, especially. Like it's very new agey appropriated here, so I'm not crazy about it on those grounds, but maybe eagle species. No. I don't care if it's a national symbol. I think these names suck. I think naming a star bald eagle or whatever else sucks so hard. Like, the only time that I think an animal is appropriate enough is if it's a mythological creature, if it's a important, like, folk hero character. But we can do better. We can do better. March style dance. Not into the dances. I know I suggested dances, I think, earlier, and I deleted them, right? I'm doing this specifically to say it's an interesting idea. I've also had the what if we named them after dances idea. It's a bad idea. And I'm not doing it. Okay, they be yapping, they be yapping, they be yapping. Cool, cool. Mm-hmm. Cabra, you know that I'm live, right? I let you know. You asked me to let you know. You have to know. Okay, yeah. Water spirit and rain goddess. Maybe. A mountain on Venus is not encouraging. Power, use market deal, often used in liberation chants. Maybe. Let it rain. That's the motto of Botswana? Huh. Okay. Water lily, national flower, Bangladesh. I think the national flowers are really lazy too. I do. Making custom ion patches. Now the only thing besides the bird I associate with bald eagle look like the grooming style of your downstairs. I really do like this hoodie. Dash. I do think you cooked here, and I was excitedly showing it off yesterday, but it does not show up super well on camera because it's holographic and because of my shit lighting in here. If we had a ring light right behind the camera, this would be shiny and very pretty, but also it's not staying in focus because of the autofocus I have on. But I like the cute Alexandrian Codex logo, and it's very nice, and I would very much like to make some stream assets for it, but I have not revisited that conversation with you, and because I haven't, nothing Nothing has happened. So you're saying you want a non-shiny version? No, I like the shiny version for sure. What I want is something that I can put up instead of this. I think the resolution for this image, let me check. I think this is just an, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Something to have as like an overlay, and like the little avatar, I would like to swap out. And I think the version that you have now would be readable in a small avatar format. I think it would scale well to a larger format as well. So those are the two ways that I'm like, ooh, that my brain immediately was like, ooh, I can use this way, I can do it this way, I can do it this way. As a standby screen or like a channel header, like on, you can't see it on my channel right now because I'm live, but if I were offline, there would be a default screen here with an image, and I'd like it to be like the backdrop for like the socials links and stuff. And over on YouTube and like Twitter and shit, there's the header image that I'm like, oh, that make a pretty sick header image. Yeah, I'm basically like, oh, I can fit this in like 5 different places. Yeah. the standby screen, I don't know. Like, I feel like this is functional. I never actually use this one. And I have like 5 others that I never use anymore and I've deleted. Can make something baller. I think what you've made is already baller. Bulgarians lived in the mountains. Yeah, to get away from Ottomans during Ottoman rule. I know, but like, is that content still significant in 1933, and is it significant, like, culturally? History. Population played an active role in the Bulgarian national liberation. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing with Bulgaria. That's not a bad one, maybe. Tallest mountain range in the entire Balkans and in Bulgaria. Again, what does Pirin literally mean? Top. Pirin. Yeah, but why Pirin? Why is it called that? Somebody named it that. Who named it that and why? Yep, that's not helpful. Okay. And this isn't going to be helpful either, is it? Okay. Give me this, give me that, give me that. Pirin. Uh-huh. Pirin. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yep. Macedonian and Bulgarian have a lot of words in common. Pirin. Vocative singular of Pirin. Cool. Alright. That was not instructional at all. I still don't know how I feel about that. Rila, fine. This is a region. I don't want to use the region names if we could avoid it. I don't feel like specifying. Mountain range of Bulgaria, maybe. Bulgarian clergyman, nope. Famous Bulgarian Macedonian revolutionary leader, maybe. Flower, high significance in Bulgarian Romania, I'll have to check on that. Mythological archer, I had Huyi in here. Didn't I add Huyi? Is Huyi on here? Huyi's over here. No, I just mentioned Huyi and didn't actually make Huyi a name. Ah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So Sojourner did this. I corrected the once one of 10 crows until Huyi shot killed 9 of them. Okay, that's where that comes from. Fair enough. Chungi is fine, I guess. Moon Rabbit, I don't know if this is significant enough for a system name, but I'm not. ISIS. Harlequin, Dauntless, no, Dauntless. Better as a ship. Name. Codex. Pagasa, Tagalog for Hope. Yeah, that's fine. Chief of Mactan, who famously defeated Magellan. Maybe. Considered by Filipinos to be the first national hero. That's one way to look at it. Trey, I don't... What benefits does observers get them being an explicit observer hurts their relation to opportunity? I don't... Howdy was getting groceries. I miss any crimes against South American kind? Oh, well, what kind of groceries are we talking about? No, your headache is still there. We'll get to it. Also, Cabra, did you see I'm streaming me rejecting stuff on the Discord along with a link being like, hey, if you want audio, hop over to the Twitch. I think that's fine, I did see. I feel weird about it, but why not? Swan Knight, that's interesting. Kiche got a fire, got a wind, night, rain, goddess of waters, god of the sun. How do we still have these many, Nahuatl gods? Conservation zone inside of a larger volcanic crater in the north of Tanzania. That's... What does it mean, though? I know that's what it is. What does it mean, though? Mountain of God. Is that really what this means? History and geography. Who named it? Who named it this? Why did they name it this? What does this word mean? What does this fucking word mean? Well, this is literally what it is. Yeah, but what does it mean? What does the word mean? Okay. God damn it. Kerma. Ancient city burial ground important. Responsible for discoveries related to Kingdom of Kerma. And the Kushite religion. Yep. Can we, I don't know, just quit suggesting stuff in Northeast Africa and pay attention to the rest of the continent? King of Nubia, no. Nobody's naming a star after a long-dead king. Serbo-Croatian, shadows, shade. Okay, does it actually check out this time? This is a noun. It's Serbo-Croatian. Sinka. Shadow, shade. Hypochoristic? Hypochoristic? Being diminutive. Really? What's the non-diminutive version of this? Please add an English translation to this quotation. Yeah, please do. Foreigner is a name? Pretty weird. Stranger makes more sense. Translate. Boom, boom. Woo! Yeah, no. Gringo! Wait, this could be Gringo? Who added a line? Who inserted a line? I know you did. Battle-hardened, veteran. Experiencing competitive ability, brave and aggressive. Yeah, but for a star? No. To sail in wilderness. That rocks. That rocks as a name. Old name for Tanzania before it unified with Zanzibar. What language was that, though? You know, you can't say to sail in wilderness and then not give that to me. What do you mean, Ace of Carbon? What do you mean? Etymology. Name of the territory was taken from the large wet. Yeah, okay. He wrote that locals were not sure about its meaning, conjectured that it meant something like great son of a bitch. You lying? You telling lies? People just making shit up? I hate this. That's useless. Okay. English. Swahili? Sail and wilderness. Sail in the wilderness. Okay. Now this...
Tanganyika.
Okay. Tanganyika?
Tanganyika.
Tanganyika. Okay, interesting. So you say it's from Tanganyika. Okay, no, good enough for me. Boom. Bam. Great. Tanganyika. Harambe! I needed that. I needed that. A+. A+. I laughed very hard. A+. Probably not, though. Next. I know what Harambe means. Let's just get rid of that. What? Harambe? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. Oh. PP out for Harambe. Dick's out for Harambe, yeah. Dan Campanule. Look at area counselor named it after the 1988 Harambe Working Together for Freedom by Rick Marley. Look, I know Harambe. I know it's the thing. I don't know, maybe. Justice for Harambe. Fucking hell. Oh. God damn. Uhuru, freedom. Yeah, okay, okay. What file type do for the standby screen? MP4? No. So the animation on this is just a translation animation in OBS. The please stand by is just a... Honestly, I think this is a fucking JPEG. I don't even think this is a PNG, the source image. Let me see. Yeah, the source image is straight up a JPEG. Don't worry about the animation. I think the animation's kind of tacky. But I'm leaning into it. I legit just want an image. I'm simple. If you want to come up with something more elaborate, if you have more ambitious ideas, I'm open to it, Doodle, but What I had in mind was simple. I did. Okay, well, you know, I'm open to it. Not saying no. I'm just saying, oh, that's not what I meant. I didn't mean to ask that of you. And it's not urgent either. This is so not urgent. What do you mean I was right? It's non-member participation in some form. Yeah, that's what the word fucking means. Jesus Christ, I shared the stream on the Discord, so I shouldn't bitch, but I'm going to. There should be a literacy test to post on Discord. Look, is that elitist? Yes. I think that maybe some sort of verification that you're willing to check the definition of a word before you fucking use it should be fundamental to engaging in online discourse. That's all I want. That's all I want, just a certain expectation that people know what the fuck they're talking about. But that is way too much to ask for. Cabra, what did you get me from the store? And are you over here suffering? You're over here suffering. That's why you're not in chat. I'm sorry. It's nice to know I'm not suffering alone. Look, I don't love any of these names. They're probably fine. I need to check them manually, because these I can't just dismiss out of hand. I got you acid gummies? So we talking like the kill me kind of acid gummies? Or are we talking about the Alex has a very good time acid gummies? It's an archaeological site. Yeah, probably not. I'd rather do something directly related to Great Zimbabwe. Do you have any Great Zimbabwe? Why are you named what you're named? Zimbabwe is the Shona name of the ruins. The name means Zimba, the Shona term for houses. There are two theories about the etymology of the name. First proposes that the word is Zimba Zamabwe, Zimba Zamabwe, meaning large houses of stone. The second suggests that Zimbabwe is a contracted form of Zimbabwe, which means venerated houses in the Zezuru dialect of Shona. Usually applies to the houses of graves or chiefs. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, Zimbabwe, the good time? I could use that. Have we used Zimbabwe anywhere? No, we haven't. Really? Really? Yeah. Okay. Wild. Zimbabwe. Shona is Bantu. That's what I'm. Yeah, Bantu's what I'm going with here. Yep. Shona, Bantu. Interesting. This is so. The literal name sucks. All right. I'm gonna level with you. The literal name here. Dog water. Absolute dog water. It is not great. But I like what they're going for, alluding to Great Zimbabwe. I don't think the name of archaeological sites is really that interesting outside of areas like the Calypso Deeps, where we intentionally are going for like an ooh spooky vibe, right? That's not generally the vibe, so it might be kind of nice to have it as a backup. But okay, I'm just gonna be venerated houses. Rated houses. From Namesake of... Great Zimbabwe was a part of the Kingdom of Zimbabwe. A city kingdom. No. You're right. We can't have Zimbabwe. But we could have Zimbabwe. No. That's dumb. That's dumb and I'm wrong. Tallest waterfall. It's an important archaeological site. Yeah, is it? Tallest uninterrupted falls in Africa. Downstream of the falls is Colombo Gorge, which has a width of yada yada. Tallest waterfall, yada yada yada. Cultural history of the site. Pottery. Is it a UNESCO site? UNESCO list of tentative World Heritage Sites. It's a tentative World Heritage Site? Yeah, maybe. Ubuntu, fine. I can't push back on this one, but... Boonzi. Multicolored Serpent. Abundant Harvest. Oral Tradition. Daughter of Mopsi. Great Mother. Biological Spirit rather than the Lord of Water. Yeah, okay. Amandla? Is it really Amandla? That is very similar to Amanda. So in Xhosa in Zulu means power. It's a rallying cry for resistance against apartheid used by National Congress. Man, okay, so that significance would be lost. Power to us, power to you. Yeah. Even without the OTL. Yeah, no, that one's good. Even without the OTL history, I think that checks out. Botswana. That's your motto? Let it rain. Oh, I wish that it would rain. Such a lovely day. It just means rain. Don't fucking lie to me. It just means rain. Oh god, what language is spoken in Botswana? Setswana? It's not in Setswana. Setswana is Bantu. Bantu? Okay. Rain? From Tsatswana. Yeah, Tswana. Pula. It was there. I'm blind. Kodak's slowly going paranoid after every suggestion lying to them. Slow. It's done, Nami. It's done. The paranoia is set in. the paranoia is here. Where the train has left the station a long time ago. A popular toast. What a weird confluence of meanings. It means rain, money, and it's a toast. I guess, make it rain. Sure, that makes sense. Yeah, sure. The name of its currency and a popular toast. I guess, yeah. Water lily, national flower, Bangladesh. Ugh. National flower of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. Okay, I think it's lazy, but fine. Mountain range in Bulgaria. It sure is, but is it a significant mountain range? Just you and me in voice chat. Yeah, like I said, I wanted to have audio on the VC, but me having audio on the VC means I have to undeafen. And there's no way in hell I can focus if I undeafen. So Twitch it is. And I have specifically not mentioned the Twitch channel that I stream on because self-promotion is against our Discord rules. And I am a staff member, so I don't want to break our Discord rules flagrantly and set a bad precedent or be the exception to the rule, right? Which is why I'm like, I don't want to promote it, but if you want audio, this is the only place I can point you to. But Swiss is big on the whole how the sausage is made part of this entire project, and nothing here is spoilery. Anything spoilery goes on the monitor you can't see on the stream, so it's probably fine. I don't know. If I'm wrong, Nami and Shirley can correct me. I use Nami and Shirley as a shorthand for our mods. We have more mods, I just don't see them shit-talking as often. So, my apologies to Sponge and... Ooh, who are other mods? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Alright, just let me leak the guns. Me just getting Discord going, ooh, ooh, I'm gonna leak things. I'm gonna do it. Mod mail. Him also not shit talking. All the staff will hear you shit talk everyone. Yeah, I mean that is I get a little more mean on stream than I will in chat. In chat that lives forever. On stream it lives until I delete the VOD. Look. I'm allowed to have feelings. I'm not contractually obligated to put up with people's stupid ideas. And there are some dumb ideas. God, Harambe made me so fucking happy. This is single-handedly fighting back depression today. Shout out to, I think this was Carbon, right? Ace of Carbon, who, there's no way this is the Carbon I think it is, but good job, Ace of Carbon. You +1 for my mental health. So like, okay, Pirin is, it's we don't need this pulled up. It's a mountain range, alright. It's entirely within Bulgaria, so it's not a border region, which kind of a mark against it. I also have no idea where the fuck we're putting Bulgaria. This is God's honest truth, and the mods and staff know I'm telling the truth. I have no insights into what's off of this map any more than anyone else. Mark doesn't even really know. Mark has a better idea than anyone else, but there's nothing actually off the map right now. There's nothing hiding out here, except like some vague ideas of like, Germany's here, the Viraj expanse is up here, or Viraj expanse is up here somewhere. Virai? I guess it's Virai expanse. The Soviets are like out here or something. Nobody knows anything. It's the best kind of OPSEC. Seriously, it's functional. I kind of wish people would stop asking me directly questions that there's no way I have answers to. Like, what happened to Liberia? Bro, why would I specifically know the exact fate of Liberia? Or what are the exact benefits of being an observer to the Axis? Trey, there's no way I can know that. Wait, what do you want from me? me no map. Me make map good. Me make word good and get pedantic about meaning and make endless edits upon edits. That's what I do. And I have a good idea for the vibe, and, you know, I've been around since 2006, so I have a general idea what's going on, but I'm just some dude. Rich flora and fauna. It's a national park. Its name may come from Peroon. Okay, this is what I was looking for. This is what I wanted. Either Peroon or Rocky Mountain. I'm willing to bet it's just Rocky Mountain. Pirin looks similar enough, but I'm willing to bet it's from Pirintos, Rocky Mountain. That is not a sexy name. Gonna level with you. Since 2006. I'm old. Okay? In the olden days, I was just a shit poster, a mod tester, a community mod, a name maker-upper, a wiki editor. Mark has always been bitching since 2006. Bitching since 1992. I will have you know. Came out of the womb angry. I have other, predispositions, but I actually was a pretty happy baby. What went wrong? Gaining, full awareness of the world and slow degradation of education. I think this is just Rocky Mountain. I don't love it. I feel, especially because Orm made such a point. Ormer, I guess because of the R. Ormer made a point of pointing out, like, this is where my family comes from. I feel like a dick being like, man, that's not significant. But like any other mountain range, I'd be like, I guess it's fine. We don't have a lot of Bulgarian names. This isn't a good one, but it's not bad, so I don't want to reject it. But I'm not seeing anything that makes me go like, woo, crazy, yeah, I see the significance. Like, they were important in the First Balkan War, yeah, it makes sense. Probably important for any war that reaches there, and it was used to hide from the Ottomans, sure, yeah, but so was every fucking forest, and every hillock, and every cave. So does that make it especially significant? Not really. I don't know if it's especially evocative of the national character of Bulgaria, I guess. But that's such an arbitrary fucking target to try to get people to hit. Rocky Mountain is at least better than Saxon Switzerland. There are some really, really bad names. Ooh, I want to take a second to see Cabra suffer. I think Cabra today is Anonymous Armadillo. Cute, by the way. Love to have other people do my work for me. Love to have other people do my work for me. Oh, good shit. This is okay. This is okay, but like the tallest mountain range in the entire Balkans. Bro, you can drop entire there in the Balkans. The Balkans, not really known for its tall mountains. In all of the Balkans, that's like saying the tallest mountain in all of Pennsylvania. It's not a big area. Balkans size. It's this general area. And it seems big, right? Until, don't dox yourself, Alex. This time, open up Google Maps and the other monitor, scroll away from Seattle so we can't see exactly where you live, and then put it on the other monitor so we can go, oh yeah, Balkans. Pretty big, right? But, like, it's like saying the tallest mountain in all of Texas, right? Like, it's not saying that much to me. It's like saying the tallest mountain in France. Like, that... Oh, you sent me messages. Okay, yeah. I will check that after this stream. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm keeping Arcan's leash on tight as God intended. Yeah. Inshallah, I appreciate it. I don't mind people asking questions, but the attitude after Dash, I have 3 things up on my left monitor. I have 4 things up on my right monitor. I don't have screen space. So if you want me to look at it, I can look at my phone, which is charging in the other room. But I guess I'll be good and I'll be nice and I'll go check it. Fine. Fine. It just won't be on the monitor that I'll actually be seeing it on. But no, okay. Just guilt me. It's okay. No, it's fine. Send a video, send a video, send a photo. Okay. Yep, nope, that's TikTok auto-playing. Okay, okay, okay. Ooh, Doodle, these are really good. These are really good. Can I open these without it opening in a Facebook page is the thing, though. Can I right-click? No, Messenger really sucks about this, huh? Okay, we're gonna be cool about this. This is very, very cool. I love it. Way to go. Looks great. And then there's nothing to not safe for work in this specific chat, but I can't move the tab? Bro, oh, okay. I can email them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Where did that tab end up? Oh, there you go. Okay, yeah. God, Facebook's RAM usage is very dumb. CDMs for European size slander. Just do it in Maine. Balkans compared to Paraguay. TrueSize.com. Oh, Cabra, we are openly mocking Europe. It's okay. We punch up here. We punch up here. We can make fun of Europe. We can make fun of the United States. We can joke about that kind of stuff. That's fine. Yeah, the biggest mountain in all of Paraguay. It's not saying much, right? That is cool, and I believe it. Tallest mountain in the Balkans. The Balkans isn't really that big of an area. I'm really trying to be gentle here because it feels like these names are meaningful for them, and I'm not crazy about it. Now, this specific one, yes, because it was the center of the Bulgarian national revival during the 18th and 19th century. Yes, absolutely. What does that name mean, though? Sredna Gora? Gora? Shredne Gore? You wanna tell me what the fuck these words mean? So I don't just put words on based off of their literal definition. I would like to know what they actually mean. Shredna, alright. Ropa? Okay. Middle mountain. There we go. Thank you, Google. Middle mountain. Middle. Shredna mountain. Ropa. Gora. What? 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 How is this using this? Trying to tell me that Ropa is pronounced Gora? Gora? Ropa. No. Slavic does not make sense to my Anglophone brain. Slavic doesn't make sense to my Anglophone brain. I don't like it. That kind of hurts. My brain doesn't like that. It's like saying the biggest mountain in the Alps. Technically a pretty small region, but at least somewhat notable because of the real region is quite mountainous. Saying the tallest one in the Alps is much more significant because the Alps are a border region. Oh, god damn it. I closed the map, didn't I? Hey, nerd. Maybe keep the map up as a visual device to illustrate your point rather than having to redo this every single time. So, the Alps are a border for France, for Switzerland, for Austria, for Slovenia, for Italy, and the Alps continue on in here a little, right? This is really important to the cultural identities and the national identities going on in here. The mountains, oh, give me the terrain map. The mountains in the Balkans don't as clearly correlate to national borders. They're not as clear dividing lines. That's why, like, even somebody has suggested the name Alp or Alpine a few times, and I've rejected it because it's too vague. There's so many more specific mountains in there. Ooh, and now I'm realizing I have to reject this because specific mountains are okay. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Now I feel bad. This is named after old Bulgarian, quote, to grub. I think I rejected a, don't feel bad. See, just, we're gonna reject a lot of names here. Rocky Mountain. No, Middle Mountain can stay. That has cultural significance. This is the bar. This is the bar, right? With Bulgaria, we're gonna get maybe 5 systems. Maybe 5 systems. At the most, I'm imagining. Bulgaria is not gonna get a lot of systems. So the names that we can potentially use for Bulgaria have to fucking nail it. So if you feel bad, welcome to my world, and why I'm a heartless monster and have no patience on the Discord is because I have to make mean calls all day. I'm not saying Real is a good name, but there's a monastery? No. You want map of all European monasteries. Monasteries. I know that's not how you spell it. Yeah. No. If something having a monastery made it significant, no. That's not what this is. You're just Celtic monasteries in Europe. A monastery means nothing to me. And I'll revisit that point in a minute when the ad's up so people can actually see it, because most people don't have ad block like I do. So, hey. Flower. Maybe. Water lily, can't say no to that. Middle Mountain, I think there's something going right here. I think there really is something right here. The name sucks. Literally, Middle Mountain sucks, but the rest of it, the connotation, that's good. Flower found in the European mountain ranges. What do you mean high cultural significance? What kind of high cultural significance are we talking about? It is a national symbol for Bulgaria, Austria, Slovenia, Switzerland, and Italy. Oh, Edelweiss? No. This is why you're not allowed to open the links I send you. The largest and most famous Eastern Orthodox monastery in Bulgaria. Yeah, but I don't want to name things after monasteries, churches, holy sites, or get in focus. There we go. the auto filter is like, oh, you're too away from the body. You're not part of the body anymore. I don't like religious names. This is largely an agnostic setting. So, I mean, we have some names out there that are really pushing that line, like the sort of Muhammad's nephew and some other sacred Islamic artifact are already star names, and I'm kind of surprised Mark went that direction. It attracted 900,000 visitors. It's on money. God, I guess. Fine. God, I don't like it. Thank you for the context camera. Thank you. I don't wanna like it, but fine. Also, Edelweiss? I'm just... Yeah, Edelweiss is not Bulgarian. Edelweiss is also German. That's a GGR system. 100%, Nami. 100%. There's no way Edelweiss is not German. You cannot tell me that this Nazi-ass flower is in Bulgaria. No. No. I don't think so. This is an irreligious setting. Mark, today I will place 3 Hindu deities next to an Islamic holy sword. He did, though. He did. And I don't think he thought that through. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, that's okay. This is a holy sword's name, and it's used twice. Right here. This is a Hindu deity. This is a Hindu deity. So this is a duplicate. Well, Mohenjo-Daro I don't think is, but here's some more Hindu deities. So it's kind of a weird look to have a Islamic holy sword across a rough connection with some Hindu deity name systems. Don't know about that. Way too significant to Germany to not be German. Codex. Is Mark offering uncritical support against religious conflicts in Southeast Asia? What? We don't need to read into it. Are you correcting this already? No. Also, largest Eastern Orthodox monastery. Why can I not spell monastery? Monastery. Monastery? That doesn't look right. It's monastery. That's right. Hey, yo. No monasteries in my area? That's where you're wrong. I have a shit ton of monasteries in my area. Yeah. I think I knew about the Buddhist ones. Yeah, the Buddhist temples are pretty bitchin'. They're gorgeous. Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. Alright. Tibetan Nuns Project. That doesn't seem legit. A lot of hot single monasteries in your area. Oh, I need a job. Guess I better take the rights. Goodbye to my sex life. Give a name of Bulgarian rubbish. Yes. Edelweiss. It has to be Edelweiss. And it has to be spelled Edelweiss. I'm sorry, but there's no way to... Nami, is Edelweiss appropriate? Or does it have to be Alpen Edelweiss? I thought that Edelweiss, stood on its own. No, do translate this page. My German's bad. Okay, Edelweiss in parentheses means... Edelweiss alone is good enough. Yeah, I've heard it used that way. German Alpine Club, German Alpine Corps, the Free Corps offices, the Wehrmacht's 1st Mountain Division. We don't worry about this. It's Don't worry about it. Sign of anti-fascist resistance Edelweiss pirates? Really? Oh. This is how I knew Edelweiss. Army Mounting Leader Badge of the Bundeswehr. Company logo of the Edelweiss Brewery. Wow, that's kind of daring. When did you pick that logo? I mean, John, join a monastery. I know. Its symbolic history is complicated and varied. There's also a fun song about it. Yeah, I know the song about it. Oh, buddy, I know the song about it. Edelweiss Pirates. Really? Fascinating. I want to read more about this later. It's not relevant to what we're doing right now. Never ever ask European companies what they were doing between 1933 and 1945. Conducting business. You know what? Codex to do. I don't want to do it right now. Independent. Super significant to Germany, especially. I don't even want to say especially fascist here because it was literally an anti-fascist symbol too. Very complex. Sometimes fa, sometimes Antifa. Bulgaria, in both Bulgaria and Romania. No, Bulgaria, Romania, Italy, Austria, Germany, etc. Yeah, I don't want to touch Edelweiss. I don't want to do the German names. That sounds bad. That sounds like therapy territory. We're gonna have to do it. Hui, I liked. Chunga, I like. Only if next to Chunga. Codex. Otherwise, this fucking rabbit is not important enough. ISIS. Really playing with fire with this one. Because if you Google ISIS, this is the smell test. If you Google ISIS, you get the modern Islamist group. And it's not until this far down the Google page that you get the major goddess. Technically, it'd be more fitting for Austria, but that's a complicated discussion. Yeah. I don't want. I think I have to reject ISIS because it fails the test I do. Now, Urban Knight, you can actually me and be like, but it's the name of a goddess. Yeah, it's also the name of a terrorist organization, a fundamental paramilitary organization in the real world. And look, sometimes you take the L. Everybody liked Archer. The Archer series is pretty entertaining. And their spy agency was called ISIS. And what did they do with that spy agency's name? They fucking changed it immediately. So, no. Do the Kushite name of ISIS, Wusa? Well, if somebody suggested Wusa, I might be inclined to do it. But also, I think we can do better than a bunch of gods nobody actually worships anymore. We have so many Egyptian gods. We have so many of these. How many of these are actually used words in Egypt today? None of them. None of them. Not one. Not Taunus, not Metunus, not Khonsu, not Bastet, not Aten, not Bennu, not Khepri, not Montu, not Hathor, not Sekhmet, Set, Toth, Anubis, Amut, Atum, Horus, Hapi, Khepri, Osiris, Ra, Tefnut, Aru, Ankhet, Akher, Akhenaten, Hawara, Imhotep, Seba. None of those are words in the common vernacular of Egypt today. So they are not really indicative of these nations, but we're keeping them around. I'm keeping them around hoping that we'll do something like the fucking Apollo cluster and use them for that, but not use them for Egypt. I don't care enough about ancient Egyptian folklore to suggest it, just putting it out there. Yeah. You can be boring with German names and go for regions. Yeah, but we did that last time. We did that in 2006, and I'm big Alex right now because I'm going through files and making sure I'm not spoiling anything. Right? Yes. Mark has the latest Dawn of Victory classic map that I don't have, but for illustrative purposes, is it the second to last one, I think? We did that shit. We did, like, Dusseldorf, Koblenz, Brandenburg, Rhine, Styria, fucking Nova Roma. Like, we did some, maybe we call something Europa, Hispania, Hanover, Ostmark, Saarland, Hesse, Swabia, Danube. Like, these are the most boring, basic, safe-ass cop-out names that we could do. Regions can also be problematic. 100%. So, I think we'd rather do the hard work in being creative and coming up. Edelweiss, I think, fucks is a system name. That is a potent-ass name. And also, like, it's poison, and I don't want to deal with it yet. I don't even want to think about Germany. It exists, and thank God we're not doing it right now. Italy has been exhausting enough digging through the logic of what the hell Italian fascists would or would not name something. I don't want to get into the head of the Third Reich fucking political view of the future. I don't want to do that. Who wants to think about Germany ever? I mean, who wants to think about the US ever? I feel you, Nami, I do, but at least your country has some social services. That must be nice. Alex, being political is against the Discord rules. We're not there anymore. You're in my world now. I can be as political as I want. You can't stop me. Hope is fine. This Chief of Mactan, I want to read more about you. You sound interesting. Imaginary posthumous photo. Did a fucking AI make this? 2019? It's not impossible. Why have an imaginary portrait? Okay, whatever. Killed Magellan. You love to see it. Besides being a rival of neighboring Cebu, very little is known about the life of Lapu Lapu. Only primary source mentioning him is what he looked like. His name, origins, religion, and fate are still matter of controversy. Abstract. Easy to make an icon out of. Yeah, easy to turn him into whatever you want him to be. That's a very appropriate name. You got me there. You got me there. I don't love it, but that's very good. Goddess of the Moon in Filipino mythology, fine. The Swan Knight. I think this is very it's from the Oh man, I really want to go with like the title of artwork, including operas, as being system names. I want that to be okay. Oh. Okay. Romantic opera in 3 acts, composed and written by Wagner, even. Okay. Lohengrin literally means the Swan Knight, is that right? Son of Percival, Knight of the Holy Grail, sent a boat to pull the swans, a rescue maiden, can never identify, who can never ask his identity, Son of Percival. He weds the Duchess, serves Brabant for years, and one asks Elsa, asks the forbidden question, he steps back in his swan boat, never to return! That's kind of funny. I mean, I'm sure sad in its original context, but the image of, like, this old guy stepping back into, like, a paddle boat in the shape of a swan and just, like, slowly paddling away into the distance. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, I must paddle now, is very funny to me. Same, art is arguably as important as geography for namesakes and iconography. I think more important. For our purposes here, being evocative, striking a feeling, connecting with a vibe, art does that maybe better than natural geography. But I didn't want to put art in the good name qualities. I intentionally don't have art as a word in here. I have it instead as cultural illusions, because I don't want people to just throw a bunch of art at me. But poems, epics, stories, myths, mysteries, culture and history, art is culture. Art is part of your history, it's part of your culture. It's important to cultural illusions, it's evocative and provocative, it is often vivid, it doesn't have a great focus on individuals outside of portraitures, it checks a lot of these boxes. Also, naming systems after art is more interesting than naming them after the famous artists themselves. The only problem is, and I... No. No, we do that off screen. We do that off screen, Alex. We do that off screen. I don't think there's anything that we need to worry about leaking, but I don't remember. In this Akkadian name mock-up I was doing the other night, last week I think, I have a bunch of American landscape painters in here because the whole Akkadian Arcadia thing is really important to American landscape history, and people who were around for that stream, you're quite welcome for my impromptu lecture, and I won't repeat it again here today because I have some restraint. The artists tend to be easier to Google and indicate, okay, that is a person. Basically, the check I do, if a person's name is suggested, like Lohengrin here, I Google the name. And if they're the first or one of the first, they check out. But if I Google a name like Lapu Lapu, and they weren't up here, if something completely different showed up here, nope. It'd get denied purely on those grounds, because it has to be iconic. Which really sucks, because there are artists and artworks that are iconic as hell, but have generic names, like, yes, the famous painter Thomas Cole. Ah, yes. Because I can't name a system Thomas. That doesn't tell me a damn thing. I can't name it Cole, because that's a generic-ass name. And putting them together is not much less generic than that, so rip Thomas Cole. Swan Knight, Kiche, Tohill, I recognize Tohill. Tojil? It's Torkil. Torkil? Toshio? Is it Toshio? I never remember how to pronounce this X. And mine is so complicated. Yeah, no, that's a good deity. Yep. You really mean to tell me Quetzalcoatl wasn't on here? It would help to spell Quetzal is on here. Oh, I should reject this. This is a bird name. Hold on. Hold on. Begone. No birds. Alex, don't we have a swan system name? It's fine. It's fine. Conservation zone. It's a cool name. But I'm still not clear on what Ngorongoro means outside of the literal "that is this place" definition. Bird hater Alex, animal hater Alex. You can see the post I made in the map thread where I'm trying to get rid of vicuña. Vicuña is named after a llama kind of species, like a camelid species, and I think that's incredibly stupid. But it's the national animal of Bolivia? Okay. That's fine. That's cute. But we can come up with more evocative names. It feels silly unless they're like a real cultural touchstone. I have no idea what. I guess this one can stay. I want to know what the hell this means, literally, but Maasai is hard to do. What about the crocodile in your living room, dude? I don't hate animals. I just wouldn't name a star crocodile after my child, right there, my human child, definitely not a crocodile with their non-binary flag. That's out of focus because I have a layer that I can't take off that takes everything but me out of focus. You see, like, if I lean forward. Nope, still out of focus. Okay, no, you can't see the crocodile. That's privilege. That's privilege crocodile. And you don't meet the pass. I'd visit a system named Crocodile. I'd probably die. Come on, man. I don't need people posting random animal names in here. These seemingly arbitrary, like, that's a dog's name, I don't want that here, rules are really for my quality of mental health. Kerma, ancient city, where is it? Nubian, I'm not crazy about it. We have other names for that area. Kerma, was it a capital? It was of an ancient culture, but the city and the culture have the same name, so this is like naming a system the English system. I have been over this. This is like naming a system the English system. Codex, please stop naming systems after cultures just because they're gone. Shadow stands up. To sail in the wilderness, pose together. All pose together, that stands up. Highest mountain in Africa and Tanzania, that is a big mountain. Kilimanjaro. Unfortunately, the etymology of Kilimanjaro is suspect. We've been over this. The origin is not known. It might just be European bullshit, which is why I've rejected Kilimanjaro in the past. It may be Kiswahili. The New Tao Encyclopedia records the name as Kilimanjaro. The 1860 account doesn't offer any support, claiming that it means mountain of greatness or mountain of caravans, two very different words. Under the Latin meaning, Kilima meaning mountain and Yaro meaning caravans, Jim Thompson in 1885, again without support, that Kilimanjaro has been understood to mean the mountain, Kilima, of greatness. Njaro referring, again, just to some fucking white dude who said the thing in the first place without factual basis. There are several paragraphs on this page that you linked telling you why this name isn't a good name, and it keeps being submitted. I'm gonna die. Oh, maybe it means shining. Kraf wrote that a chief who he visited in 1849 had been to Jagansinkimajiakyu, Mountain of Whiteness, given to the name Wakamba to Kilimanjaro. More correctly, in a language, it would be Kimakiyu, and this probable derivation has been popular with several investigators. Others assume that it means mountain. The problem with this assumption is that it means hill and is therefore diminutive of Mlima, the proper Swahili word for mountain. However, it's possible that an early European visitor whose knowledge was not extensive changed Mlima to Klima by analogy with two names. But again, we don't know. Probably white people shit. A different approach is to assume that part of Kilimanjaro comes from Kileme, that which defeats or that which has become difficult or impossible. That would be derived from Najare, a bird, or according to other informants, a leopard, or possibly a caravan. Considering that the name has never been current, it's possible the name was derived from a saying that the mountain was unclimbable. Importers misinterpreting this as being the name of the mountain. In the 1880s, the name of the park in Tanzania was Kaiser Wilhelm Spitze, but the summit was renamed Uhuru Peak, meaning Freedom Peak in Kiswahili. So Uhuru is the fucking word we're going for. Name of Kilimanjaro's peak. This is the reason I didn't want to remove the reject names from every individual sheet, was because now, to see that Kilimanjaro has been rejected, you have to search this way, because by default it stays within the sheet, and nobody's actually gonna do this. So my ass is gonna go fucking insane from all these repeat Kilimanjaro, Alexandrias. In fact, Kilimanjaro, delete row. It's been suggested before, rejected before. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to mold with you again. These are Bantu. Don't put this here, put this here. I use the names for filters. Luna goes here. You don't need literally means power. You can just say power. And Swana, you can put that here. Why don't you format it to highlight repeated rejected names? Because I'm lazy? You're right, I probably could do that, right? I probably could do that, right? I could have it pull any name on this sheet, in this field, in this column, highlight on any other sheet. No, you're smart enough to do it. I've never done it before. I actually didn't even think to do that, so that's a great idea. I'm not doing that now, because I hate learning on stream when it comes to software. That is a great idea. Filter. New. Submissions. Have. Reject. Did names. Highlight. Pull from column A on rejects. I've never needed to do that in a spreadsheet before, so I've never even thought about that, but I'm sure... Does he... Doodle, do you know how to do that? Or are you just imagining that that's a thing you can do? I believe you, and I'll look into it after the stream. But I have enough of what we're already doing for now. Riding Constantinople just to light up a beacon. I don't know how to off the top of my head. Okay, that's fine. Don't look it up. I'll do it. Thank you for the idea. It's a very good idea. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You have much better stuff to be doing with your time. This is my headache. So, okay. You're saying this is melodic slash Masasi. Is it? It's an onomatopoeia. There we go. Onomatopoeic origin. Named after the sound of the cowbell. Fascinating. Cowbell onomatopoeia. Oh, that can't be how you spell onomatopoeia. That can't be right. There's a T in there? Yeah. This is a truly cursed English word. And melodic is what I'm calling this group, right? I don't know. It hasn't come up before. Okay. Melodic is probably right. Languages. You are part of... Oh no. You're Eastern Sudanic. Oh no. Maasai... Oh, I misspelled Maasai. Shit. Oof. We maybe call it melodic, because I can't call this Sudanic. Yeah, we'll call it melodic. That's fine. That's fine. Alex's language classification system using the spreadsheet is not something you should take too seriously. It's just me filtering stuff. I'm so glad German has a simpler word for that stylistic device? No. Really? What is it in German? Dude, that sucks. We have a more complicated word than German does? Monumental L, England. Monumental L. When you've overcomplicated a word to the point that Germany says it more succinctly. What Maleri? Okay, vert, I got. Malari? Painting! Okay, thank you. I'm like, word. Last time I studied German was in high school. Melodic should go here. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, yeah. I recognize this. Hold on a fucking second. What are you mixing right now? Is this from FTL? This is Downtown Binary Fantasia. Really? Why do I recognize this? Why do I recognize? What the fuck? Weird. Okay. Alex losing their damn mind because a neuron just fired that I didn't know was there. Melodic. Fine. Nahuatl. Love them. Oh, we're already in Nahuatl. And it is Nahuatl. Nahuatl. The L is silence. It's like Nahua. Mayan. Deutsch. Man, the amount of times that I had auf den Deutsch yelled at me. Well, not really yelled at me. I was a good German student. I said things in German. I was in a class with a bunch of kids that insistently didn't speak in German. Auf den Deutsch. Harlequin is a really good name. Chinese, Mandarin, you wrote this correctly? Yeah, so Bulgarian, again, I can tell, fuck. I should have caught this by now. Bulgarian is not its own name. It is, isn't it? It shouldn't be its own name in here. It should be South Slavic. Bulgarian should be in here as South Slavic. So if I fucked up, this is on me. Bulgarian. Oh, it's not filtered that way though, right? Yeah. South Slavic. Yeah, boy. Okay, take me back to the Paradise City where the grass is green and the girls are pretty. Why did I drag Edelweiss up here? You don't go up here. You go down here. Oh, because of Bulgarian and then I didn't reorganize this properly. Whoops. South Slavic. You really gotta love my disregard for Baltic tensions in the Balkans by just throwing all of the Balkan languages together and just calling them South Slavic and being done with it. Is that dismissive? Yes. Yes, it is. It is very dismissive. But I will not sit here and pretend that they are lingually that different. That is intellectually dishonest. They are not that distinct from one another. I mean, for fuck's sake, I have Irish, Scottish, and a bunch of other languages thrown in together, so... Bengali! Ooh, frick. Is this the first Bengali word we have? No, it isn't, but Bengali really shouldn't be its own thing, but I'm gonna let that fly. Bantu. Okay, alright. It's been an hour and a half. It has been an hour and a half purely of edits with nothing new added. This sucks. I wanted to be creative today. I wanted to get inspired and do some stuff. New Canaan names. Nothing new. Hell yeah. Italian names. I deleted something and then I get rid of that. Nothing new. Alright. South American names. Cabra, are you still working on this? Have you gone to do something besides suffer? It's okay if that's what you've decided to do. I wouldn't blame you. I really wouldn't blame you. I think I'm gonna have to jump in here now. Yeah, leave the bottom few alone. There's some joke in there. I'm still suffering. Thank you. Thank you, darling. Jose Gustavo Artigas. This was suggested yesterday on stream by a Uruguayan viewer. I really do love that I seem to attract a Latin American audience. That's fun. I don't understand it. Is it because I make fun of the United States? Maybe. But this gringo is what you're stopping to watch? I gotta call your taste into question. I gotta ask, what's going on? Born in Montevideo, sojourn statesman, national hero in Uruguay, father of Uruguayan nationhood. Yeah, dude. No, they suggested a really good one, huh? Ooh. I'm just gonna copy this whole cloth. I don't see him getting used, though. Because I don't know what happened to Uruguay here. And, it's not looking good. Sinote from... Okay. Catherine, where are the Maya from? Where are the Yucatec from? Where are the Maya from? What region of the Americas would you say that the Maya were in? Would you say South America? You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong. This is Central America. So... No. No. Wrong. Incorrect. Wrong bounty. Get out of here. Reef from Arabic. Hear me out. Oh, okay. Alright. It's 4 different proteins this meal. We're cooking for real, for real. Hell yeah. We stole the word from the Mayas, but we use it in every stupid-ass waterhole in the Americas. Yeah, but, like... Is this Cabra defending colonialism? Are you defending the appropriation of your language? Are you making excuses for Spanish appropriation of indigenous words, Cabra? Is that what I'm saying? Wow. Wow, I thought I knew you. I thought I knew you. Cazador. Cazador. I really do like his name. It is what it is. Yeah, fine. Cazador, I think, is a fun name for Central America. I get the Fallout reference. They're going over there. Are we done with Pakistan and India? I don't think we're done yet. Sorry, I am fucking up your order by deleting columns. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Reef from Arabic Rashif platform. Arashife is a good fucking word, but again, wrong bounty. I know Arrecife is used in South America. I want these to be specifically emblematic of America do Sol. South America. Only South America. Now, you may not know this. There are reefs in the other parts of the world. There are some cenotes in other parts of the world, but the word cenote isn't used for them. Let me be arbitrary. Also, like I said yesterday while we were cutting through these, I don't really know how many more South American systems we're gonna do. We're kind of cooked, brother. Like, Mark has talked about wanting to move these systems around because he doesn't like how they feel. And I agree, it's kind of cluttered over here and really not cluttered over here. But I don't know. I think maybe 1 new Chilean system, 2 new Gran Colombia systems. I would hate to see any more Brazilian systems. I would love to see 4 new Argentinian systems. And, you know what, double the amount of Gran Colombian systems. But I don't fucking know what he has in mind. Mark's mind is an enigma as much to me as it is to anyone. That's a good thing. My mind is enough of an enigma for me. I don't need to know somebody else's thoughts on all the things. Golden Path! No. Machine translation, but accurate. No. Fisher crack. I guess. Principal leader, Chilean War of Independence. O'Higgins? No. Okay. If I Google O'Higgins, don't give me this, motherfucker. Fuck, I can't get rid of it on that grounds. Okay. O'Higgins? Is he well celebrated? Oh god, the legacy section's long. Two men with Irish backgrounds played a crucial role in the Chile's liberation. Bernardo O'Higgins and John McKenna. Yes, even in Argentina. God. What the fuck do I have against the Irish? I don't have anything against the Irish. The Irish are like one of the few good ones in Europe, alright? The Irish are some of the good ones. I do have a problem with naming Latin American systems after white people. I feel like we use too many fucking European names to name shit after. If you look at the names of like random islands in the Pacific or random like valleys or rifts or tectonic plates, or if you look at random fissures, they all are named after white people. It's the most uninspired, consistent theme, and it's because we are Eurocentric, and we have a very Eurocentric understanding of history and record of history. It's because Europe colonized the damn planet, and so everything's named after European people, and it's boring as hell. I'm not hating on the Irish. I'm saying I don't want O'Higgins as a name in Chile, because I'm gonna level with you. As someone not from Chile, I hear O'Higgins, and I don't think, yes, a Chilean independence fighter. No. Is he? Yeah, apparently. But O'Higgins. Don't make me get Cicia in here. Don't let me drag in the token Irish person on the Discord and be like, hey, Lafayette, to be honest. Yes, I would hate Lafayette as a American name. Same shit. And I grew up in a town named after Lafayette. This is not me being like, it's just Marquis de Lafayette also died in France, then he went home. And also, he calling a guy Marquis as if it's his first name without explaining to American education, people in the American education system, that a Marquis is a fucking title. Marquis de Lafayette, oh, we're getting off title. De Lafayette. That wasn't his first name, right? I'm not high. No, his first name was Gilbert. Gilbert de Lafayette. Gilbert du Motier. This is your god, Gilbert? Gilbert? You want Gilbert to be the namesake of a fucking star? Is that what you want? We have an important Polish dude. We have many important Polish dudes in his. Gilbert is not a nice star name. No. No, I love you, but no. I'm not having it. Added Argentina's Irish guy out of spite. Fuck you. See this? See this? See this? Wow, Alex hates Irish people. Wow. Alex really not beating that 23andMe result showing that I'm like 98% English. Wow, Alex canceling the Irish. Wow, bad streamer. Wowie, Irish erasure. Go ahead, do it. E. Gilbert makes great A. Gilbert? Yeah, Brian David Gilbert? Brian David Gilbert does great fucking work. Brian David Gilbert also streams on Twitch and is a staff member on Dropout right now. His stuff on Dropout TV is fucking hilarious. I love Brian David Gilbert. I still wouldn't name a star after him. He has fantastic hair. Why you gotta blow things up, Diva? It's fun. It's fun. Otherwise, this is boring. This is really boring if I don't get emotionally invested. Yep, that was it. Forgot the first two. Basically, Chroma. Rebirth. God, we have Renaissance at home. No, Renaissance is too evocative of Italy. No, Fisher Crack, that is really generic but potentially useful in the other bounty. God of Evil Stealing Lies. Why? Couldn't find any Spanish sources for this, which doesn't mean it's BS, but worth reading the English ones. Was a minor deity. Okay. According to Los Hombres y los Dioses, yo no comprendo español. Oh boy, what's the name here? Guajioque? This isn't gonna show you. No, of course not. Okay. Alright, where on this page supposedly did this come from? Ordering McDonald's. Cursed. Called you out for hating the Irish. Deserved. Oh god. I should eat. Yeah, it's almost 5. What have I had to eat today? I have had soup. I have had celery. I have had a burning appetite to order Mexican from next door, but I probably shouldn't do that, but it's pretty cheap and they're right next door and it's really fucking good and it's family owned, so I'd be supporting local businesses, and honestly, it's kind of racist if I don't. Pretty sure the average McDonald's has 5 sources of protein if it has nutrients at all. Demon, devil, literally figure of the deceased. Dude, this is a minor deity at best. No, rejected. It is at most a minor deity, and it's very vague at that. Enough with the fucking sun gods. I think we're good on sun gods. Like, have we named any suns after a sun god? I don't think we have. Hell yeah, you honk that horn. That'll make the person move faster. Sun. Inti. But that's because Inti was really important. And Sol de Mayo, again, really important. And Sol, again, really important. Dashbog is not important. That's a placeholder name. And Apollo, I guess. Minakawa is not a sun deity, though. It could cover up the sun. Yeah. Hello! I'm so close to, like, carte blanche going, all these sun god names? No, but they're not bad. I just don't think they're good. Eyes of the Salty. Very funny. Salato. I looked at this one previously. Don't like it. Tierra del Fuego. It is Tierra del Fuego, not La Fuego? It's Tierra del Fuego. Why did I... No, that's right. Tierra del Fuego would make way more sense than where we have, what the fuck is the word that I want? Patagonia. Tierra del Fuego would make more sense, but Land of Fire for a solar system, kind of a weird name. Another Argentine general? I think we're good. I think we're good. I don't think Argentina's getting enough names for this to make sense. We have enough good ones. Chilean family of Basque origin served as important leaders as well as the national flag. I don't know that Chile's getting any more systems. And if we look at the naming convention of Chile right now, neither of these are people. These are geographic things, so further names for Chile, if they are following this convention, would be geographic things. Just like, for whatever reason, Gran Colombia is using city names, even though that's antithetical to the model that I want to work with, and I've asked Mark for an explanation. I'm pretty sure it just comes down to, it's gonna be a hard thing to come up with names for. Patagonia makes kick-ass deer for us door kickers. Patagucci, I'm in Patagucci Central, my man. Patagonia's headquartered up here in Seattle, isn't it? Yeah. No, it's in Ventura, California. It used to be here. No. Am I wrong about this? Fuck me. Was it found? It was founded up here, right? Another classical thing. It was founded in Ventura. It was also founded in California. This is California erasure. Look. Is anything really Californian? I don't think so. Is California even a place? It shouldn't be. It should be NorCal, SoCal, and look, I'm wrong. Tested worldwide by US SOF. That's fascinating. That's really fucking funny. Because Kerbal, you don't know this about me. I went to a hippie college. One of the colleges I went to was a liberal arts college in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, up in the mountains, that had, like, people really, really progressive, very, like, anarchists and shit, that loved Patagonia because it was an outdoor education school, one of our departments. So, like, park rangers, that people who would go on to do that kind of work. And they love their Patagonia stuff. So it's deeply funny to me that Patagonia also creates stuff for enjoying nature in different ways. You being wrong is one of my top kinks. Whatever gets you off. Whatever gets you off. Sucra? Sucra? No, Sucra. If I Google Sucra, I'm getting sugar. Really? This is the... Okay, well, thank God that Bolivia's not on the map because I'm a dick here. I don't... Second president of Bolivia. Bolivia is not independent as far as I can tell, so nope. Crozier of Chipcha. God of moon, merchants, farmhands. I guess. Largest and southernmost region of Chile. Now! Damn it. Spanish for Magellan. I thought you had a good Chilean name. Still in ad purgatory. Yeah, I hate how often Twitch runs ads. It is not manual. Twitch just runs them when they run them, which is why Mark, I think, streams more the world building stuff on YouTube, so he doesn't have to deal with the mid-rolls like that. Engaging in capitalism, except I make, like, sense off of this. Yeah, it makes sense that they give it to you before releasing it for everyone else. It absolutely makes sense, but that is deeply funny. So true, bestie. Yeah. Imagine that. Dash and Cabra both engaging in Alex shaming is... Okay. No, that's fine. It's fine. Like, I like learning, and I like being wrong because it's an opportunity for me to then become right. But, I'm also never wrong, and I'm always right, and it was a joke. Haha, fooling, just fooling. You can't prove that I'm secretly dumb. I do hate the name Magellanus, because it's just Magellan. Oh, that's why it's called this. So it's not an eco-region. It's not, unlike the regions on the map. Rejected. Worthy substance, worthy breast. I would like to see some Bachue in my DMs. Anybody got some Bachue for me? Bachue? Looking for some Bachue. Better as a planet name. Alright, couldn't find any Spanish sources for this one. Carib, personification of the sun. Carib anything's gonna be a hard sell. Yeah, because it's in the Orinoco region, and that was colonized by the Dutch. And yeah. Real good at erasure, the Dutch. I wonder what worthy means here. I'm willing to find out what worthy means here. I'm excited to find out what worthy means here. That seems subjective, but like, I'm willing to be subjected to it. Why do you hate the Dutch, Alex? Between 1899 and 1909, Dutch colonial government killed 22,000 natives in what they did to Indonesia, and basically every colony that they had, was brutal, inhumane, and truly abhorrent. They're colonizers in the most brutal and unapologetic ways. I mean, all white people did that. Yeah, but especially the Belgian track record and Dutch track record is fucking bad. Like, really, really bad. And that's an American saying this. Like, we did some fucking work on this continent, but what they did, especially in Africa and Southeast Asia, is real bad. Colonizers, funny how that works. Yeah. Dutch East India Company overall was very, very bad, and it was huge. Yeah. So, you know, to a lot of us, they're like, aha, Belgium, the Netherlands, that's where we go to smoke weed and like go to a red light district, and haha, so silly, chocolate, they had the whole tulip thing. They also were committing man-made horrors beyond your worst imaginings for centuries. I still feel like I'm understating. Yeah. it's yeah. It's not great. When Trey the other day is like, man, it's really hard to find indigenous names in Suriname or citations for any of this. I'm like, wonder why that might be. Carib, I guess, but like, what's the citation for this? The Facts on File Encyclopedia of World Mythology and Legend. Native American Myth and Legend, A to Z of Peoples and Places. Blandford, 1996. I mean, I'm gonna believe this. Fine, you're citing a dictionary. I will buy it. I'm probably still not gonna use it, but I'll buy it. And fire, Chilean family of Basque origin served as important leaders during the Chilean War of Independence. I think we're good on Chilean people names. I think we're going with place names. The one who's like the moon, goddess of the moon, wife of Sui, god of the sun. God of fertility and sports. God of rural settlements. Oh, really? Rural settlements, you say? Cabra, I'm sorry for deleting your note. You know what? No, I'm not. I'm not deleting your note. I'm adding it to Arcan's. I don't know why Arcan gets so upset and confrontational when edits have been made. Like, I feel like Mark made it very clear as soon as something's on the sheet, it's our property now. And that people are just giving us ideas. I don't want to single anyone out, but when people get confrontational and argumentative about their names, I'm a person, right? And Cabra is a goat, but also a person. If you're arguing with me, you're going to affect my predisposition towards you if you're engaging with me in a confrontational, hostile way, or use language that I find confrontational or hostile. And because I'm in a position to be making decisions, and I am in an authority position, I have, somewhat of an obligation towards neutrality, but at the end of the day, if you affect your disposition, my disposition towards you, by upsetting me or arguing with me, I'm going to have a prejudice, a non-conscious, unconscious prejudice, to have slightly more of a negative outlook for your suggestions. And I really don't want that. I really want people to engage collaboratively, cooperatively, to have discussions and dialogue about these things, to engage intellectually, to cite citations and sources, to work about this and engage on these subjects in a way that's like, hey, we're all coming to a table working on a shared goal, rather than, who did this? This is mine. You're bad, right? Like, that's not cool, dog. Like, makes you very unpleasant to be around. Like arguing about how cute you are all the time. Yeah, no, that's fine. The best we have in terms of colonization is the French in Quebec, and even they do a tiny bit of force removal. Not me putting the first grader gloves on whenever they ping you. Did the frames die? They did! Just a little. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. That's on Twitch. That's not me. That's not my fault. My bills are paid! That was Twitch's fault. Not mine. Excuse you, my connection was fine. It was the Twitch integration of the stream where the hitch was happening. I still had audio. None of my other connections dropped. My fucking log shows that I have been connected for 53 seconds. It was me, and it's because I'm wrong. God damn it, I shouldn't have opened the log. It was my fault. God fucking damn it. Figured these were some of my more decent suggestions for South America. I mean, decent is so subjective, right? Like, we have to be super fucking critical about this. Because we only get, like, 2 names for Chile, right? We only get, like, 5 names for Bolivia, Venezuela, Colombia, Panama, and Peru combined, right? We have to get, like, the perfect name for some of these. So that's why I'm rejecting a lot of these. If you watch this enough, you'll see how many of mine I delete. If we kept all of my rejects around, we'd have closer to 4,000 names. And it'd be closer to a 50-50 reject to exception rate. I've been here the whole time. The only reason I'm nice on Discord is so my names get more consideration. Totally the only reason. Well, Nami, I mean, you're also in a position of being a mod, so you can relate to the, feeling of obligation of being polite, even when people are kind of being dicks. I can think of a few people who are consistently pretty rude and entitled in the way that they engage on the Discord, and it's like, you're not gonna get what you want if you show up every Monday like, no new video? No new video? Where's the new video? Hey, how about you suck my dick and shut the fuck up? You get the hell out of here with that attitude. We're not entitled to give you anything. This is a gift. This is a gift. L streamer, L. Artigas, yeah, I think this is good. The only problem is, we don't have Uruguay as independent. I don't know what happened to Uruguay, so I don't know where this would go, but it is a really good name. For the reasons, I'll say it again, the Chilean names, whoa, consequences for your actions, right? God forbid. But also, Mark is a streamer. Retaining an audience is important for ad revenue. If they're not outright breaking the rules, user engagement is good as far as ad revenue and YouTube revenue goes. Like, I totally get that angle and why we're not elitist academic dicks with the Discord rules like I would be if I were in charge. Saying the things I never could. Yeah. We didn't make the cut. Yeah. You made the cut. Maybe. Possibly. Just... I don't know. And this is partially why I'm grateful I'm not writing this part, is all these questions like, did this nation make it? Did that nation didn't make it? Did this nation make it? Eventually you're going to upset somebody. And we've done that in the past. I'm going to go on record. No, I don't need to do it. I don't need to pick that fight today. There are some fights that I'm like, if X nation is in this, I will quit, but we don't we don't need to go there. My streams are pretty consistently like me getting fired up about something, followed by 3 hours of the most machine exhaustive work. Just me being very productive, interspersed with me doomering all over the place. His birthday's a national holiday, probably one of the other Uruguayans that all of us can agree was good. Getting flashbacks to some threads. There have been times that my, like, actual personality is poked through after I become staff. There have been times where my real-world values have been barely restrained with the way that I've engaged with people. And again, I want to emphasize, I want it to be a place in an atmosphere of creativity, of contribution, of conversation, of dialogue. I don't want it to be a place where we're shutting one another down or being very critical. I want it to be a place where ideas can be explored. But there's a line, right? And man, sometimes that line is trodden over. That's not what I want. Trodden over from here to high hell. Chibchan, what lingual group is Chibchan a part of? Your macro Chibchan. Macro Chibchan, I don't have on this spreadsheet. Reason being, Chibchan, if we look at the map, it is in Venezuela. But a lot of the Chibchan names we've gotten have been from Central America. The cutoff for me is really the Panama-Venezuela border, which really should be like the Panama Canal, I guess. But was I even gesturing to the right part of Panama for the Panama Canal? I'm not that out of touch, right? Yeah, close enough. Is it my internet? My internet's been fine for 6.5 minutes. Last time it was me. This time it is you. Yeah, I hope people have more suggestions later. I never want me being critical to be interpreted as a personal attack. Ever. Because that's never what it is. If I'm personally attacking you, you'll know. You trust me, you'll know. If I'm critical of something, it's because I want to make this as good as we can make it. That's it. In the capacity on the spreadsheet, if I'm mean, if I reject something, it's because I'm being a perfectionist. Never, ever take being rejected as a personal attack. Please, sincerely. Even if I fucking hate you, which I don't. There's some Discord members that I don't like very much, but I don't hate them. Except maybe the one who thinks that I'm a crypto communist trying to take over the project deviously, which, you know, is true, but they didn't have to say it. I'm critical because I'm trying to make art. I'm not critical because I'm trying to be mean. Chibchan is further down on the sheet. Yeah, it's It shouldn't be on this at all. Macro Chip Cham is here. My god! You're right. Good eye. We do have some Chip Cham here. Is that right? Is Sue right? Sue is right. You know I'm getting fucking spreadsheet blindness at this point. So, we're through the names. Motherfuckers. I moved these. I gave myself a jump scare. Okay. Alright, no, it's fine. We're gonna do Spanish for paradise. It's a shared word. We have haven't I rejected Perizo? No, Perizo's already on this one. So I can delete this here, move these up to Spanish. These names are more generic, and I want South America to be South American AF. Nothing crypto about your communism. Seriously. I refer to myself in that context. I really do love it. All staff is that. Yeah. Insanely correct statement, for real, yeah. It's very, very funny to me. I don't know about all staff, right? Like, the mods, some of you, I've gotten to know. Oh, okay, I've gotten to talk to you. Cabra, I know quite well, but Cabra, you're not staff. You're my man on the inside, my goat on the inside. You're my spy gal. You're my person of the people. I don't know everyone's politics, and I don't need to. It's not useful or relevant until it becomes relevant. God willing, it will not become relevant. But so help me God, if we have another thread on how communism bad and America perfect, I'm gonna blow a fucking gasket. Because communism bad, America bad, the whole dang world is bad. My favorite thing that I was ever told by a history professor was the good old days never existed. Everything has been fucking terrible forever. And it is the realest shit that anyone in a position of authority has ever told me. Because it's true. Everywhere kind of sucks. Everything kind of sucks. Nothing is perfect. Everything has flaws. And that doesn't mean we can't criticize things and we can't critique things. Only that, we're all in glass houses and we should apply that critical lens inward as well as outward. I think the OTO is mostly ironic shitposting, I hope. Thread that's just the OTO channel. Yeah, Kerbal, you are shitposting. You were shitposting and it reads that way. Not everyone there is shitposting. And the same is true for... Okay, I'm gonna bring it up just because it's just us gals here. It's a safe place to talk. Can we maybe make a server rule banning any conversation about the Holocaust? Like, there's no way it's actually relevant to world building, right? It's a conversation that Mark is having behind closed doors and he's handling. Can we just make it so people can't be like, haha, also the Axis is like hunting down spies, but also Jews. It's not funny. It's not funny, and it's not something that should be trivially talked about, and it's not something that a public discourse benefits in any way. Like, it's one thing that actually irks me quite a bit, and I really wish that we could make a server rule just being like, hey, don't fucking talk about it. Until we say something, don't guess. Don't guess. Especially not when it comes to genocide. Especially not when it comes to crimes against humanity. You can guess about economics, you can guess about political structure, you can guess about, like, different cultural values, or what silly animal they're bringing with them into space, whatever. But that stuff, it just really feels wrong. Maybe ask Raven about it, maybe, but I am a squeaky enough wheel as is that I'm just gonna bitch about it for now. It is funny how we got the VC, the voice channel for the staff, because Alex asked nicely after that call, wondering how to phrase that rule. Yeah, exactly. I don't know perfect phrasing for it either. Like, discussion of genocide or crimes against humanity should not be done without specific context or something. or like at all, because even in the contribution of world building, that's never the case. That's not the world we're building. That's not the story we're telling. We're not denying that it happened, and we're not denying that fascism and fascist regimes and capitalist regimes and communist regimes are capable of these things. None of these are innocent parties, but it's not the story that we're telling. We're not making a fucking space setting to have a cool Cold War, World War II in, so that we can have space genocide. That's not a story I want to tell. That's not a story Mark wants to tell. That's not a story any of us want to tell. And we can have it be a thing of the past. We can have it be a thing that the writers handle. We can figure out a way to delicately, appropriately broach the issue and the subject behind closed doors. It doesn't need to be a public discussion. But I don't know. Maybe I'm more knee-jerky about this than Mark is, for example. But Mark also has the good sense to not subject himself to the Discord as much as we do. Anyway, with all that aside, I wanted to actually do some research today on a couple of subjects. It merely took 2.5 hours to get here. Subject number 1, Sub-Saharan African names. And I'm really glad that Carbon, I think, was the person who... Shout out to Carbon, who probably isn't the Carbon I think you are, but I really appreciate you. Taking a great stab at so many Sub-Saharan African names. That's really greatly appreciated, because I called that out and requested it, and I got a dial tone as a response. So love that somebody picked up. And number 2, I want to think about a proposal for Gran Colombia for their names, because people rightfully called out that it's my no city rule is explicitly and expressly broken here. Yeah, Kerbal. Yeah. Welcome to my world. Where I am, soon you'll be, motherfucker. Oh man, I just realized I may have to end up making a firearm for each nation. Probably not, though. I mean, we're probably... Right, Kerbal, you're safe. You're safe. All I have to do is read through a bunch of words. All I have to do is put words on a map. And so torturing me, that's cheap labor. But you, that's pretty time-consuming. And I can't talk about what we're doing specifically, but, you have some specifics that you're working on right now that I think might be good enough for a while. And maybe you won't have to suffer like I do. No, let me shitpost. No. These South American names. So for Gran Colombia, specifically, I'm thinking we could do revolutionary names, because the last collective cultural thing here for, what is it, Bolivarism is what we refer to as this movement. Bolivarianism? I'm sorry. Bolivarianism. Can't just be Bolivarism. Bolivarianism. English. Pan-Hispanic movements named after Bolivar. One, wild as hell that we don't have a Bolivar system down here. I know it's the Bolivar Sea, and that's probably the idea here, but we could name these instead after Bolivar and contemporaries from each of these countries who were heroic at the time. No, the German gun is so good that every nation except the US will use it unchanged, obviously. I'm really excited for you being able to show off those guns. I know how hard you've been working on them. But, would those names be as evocative in, 2100 or whenever it is that they make it to the stars? Or would the cities be a more relevant touchstone at that point? I'm not sure. And also, it's hard to talk about in the modern day without Chavez. Interesting. Tell you what, I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna get up, stretch my legs. I've been sitting for too long. I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna keep cooking on this, but we'll take like a 2-minute break here. And then we will come back and I will suffer extensively with being creative and showing how many of my own ideas I reject in order to give some context that I'm not just a dick to other people. I'm meaner to myself than I am to you, I promise. Oh, and an ad is about to start, so enjoy. Alright, fantastic. That was actually a long enough ad break. I think cities, unless they've been existed as long as the nation have, would peter out in the minds of people. God, it's so hard to say, right? And it feels really arbitrary to say. Either way, specifically with Bolivarianism, we got our boy Bolivar, right? You trying to tell me you have a Bolivarian nation and Bolivar ain't the capital? What? Pantanal's already on here. Is Pantanal not? Pantanal's already on here. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna step out of editor mode and I'll deal with those later. Just licking knife. Very normal stuff, very normal stuff. I'm cutting up mandarins, okay, and the juices. I gotta get the juices. Bolivar. Right, Bolivar, pretty obvious. Codex. Codex. Got it. Alright, Bolivarianism. Pan-Hispanic leaders? Do I want contemporaries of Bolivar? Do I want... Bolivarian parties? Yeah, so Bolivar, we got in Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, Peru, Panama, Bolivia. He was born in Caracas. We don't want it to be a whole cult of personality around Bolivar, though, right? And I guess that's kind of that's an important question. We generally use the names of individuals only if they're larger than life, and having Bolivar be the name of the region is a nod to that. They're not, to my knowledge, fascists, so naming them after specific people might not be the move. Though, to be fair, Brazil has done that, and I do think it's a bit odd that we have so many people names in Amazonia, but it does take a more authoritarian bent, if you will, utilizing the name of people instead of ideas or shared things. Even if not authoritarian, it speaks very strongly to an individualist society and individualist values, which isn't bad necessarily, but it's indicative of a culture that I don't know is actually the case. Going on. So I don't know. I really would like a vibe check on Gran Colombia. To me, Gran Colombia reads as lazy. And I really don't mean that in a mean way. Because it's the capital of Panama, the capital of, well, Quito. These aren't even the capital. Bogota, Caracas, Quito. Am I wrong about Quito? So we have Ecuador, Venezuela, Colombia. Yeah. Yeah. Peru, Panama. What about Bolivia? Why do we not have a Bolivian capital system? Suka? Yeah, you know, I denied this. It does make sense. Because Bolivia's in a really weird place on the map. We have some Bolivian names, just like, this is the Bolivian national animal. We have some other, like, Bolivian names going on up here. Up here, I think. But Bolivia would presumably be part of Gran Colombia? Unless we have Bolivia being split up between Chile, Argentina, and Brazil. That feels kind of fucked up. That it's just Bolivia that gets shafted. But, I mean, the location of Bolivia. But, I mean, the location of Peru. And we don't have any Bolivian names in Argentina, nor in Brazil, so it's really unclear what happened to Bolivia. Yeah, I know. I remember rejecting it. That's why I looked at it and I'm like, you know, maybe there's something to this. Could we have the capital of Ecuador? Why not? Ecuador isn't more populous than I think it is. American nations by I think we should have, to level with you, I think we should have the capital of all of the constituent nations if it is a constituent nation. But I don't know if it's a constituent nation. It seems like a safe assumption that it's a constituent nation, right? So I get where you were coming from. I don't think you were wrong. I just don't know what the fuck we're doing with Bolivia. Bolivia is less populous than Ecuador. Really? So we have Brazil, Colombia, Argentina, Peru, Venezuela, Chile, Ecuador. And that's kind of the line, huh? Bolivia, Paraguay, Uruguay, Guyana, Suriname, French Guiana, Falklands. Falklands? Are the Falklands? Yeah, I guess. Is that the cutoff? Is that our cutoff? 5% or like 4% of the population? I don't want to say that's why Bolivia is cut off because it's too small, because it's really not that big of a difference between Bolivia and 6 million people. I don't know. You would assume Bolivia, the one with the name closest to Bolivar, would be in Bolivar's dream, right? You would assume all of Bolivia lives in Argentina. Argentina taking over. But Bolivia's still... And so is Paraguay, honestly, if we're talking about, like, populousness. And Uruguay. Really, Guyana and Suriname are the only ones I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Assume population by neighborhood is 40% first or second generation Bolivian. Really? Huh. That's interesting. Isn't Bolivia working on, a highway project? A really important highway project right now? Why do I know that? So maybe this is fine. Tell you what. Sucre, I'm bringing it back. But it, only makes sense. Only makes sense in Gran Colombia. But it makes a lot of sense in Gran Colombia. %. I knee-jerk reaction was like, nah, that sucks. I don't want cities. But in fitting with the theme, there it works, right? I'd love to creatively connive some way for us to rename them, but how in the hell do you come up with names that all of these places have in common without going very far back in history? Is they don't share indigenous native groups, they don't share topography, they don't share geography, they don't share geology, they don't share hydrology, they don't share much beyond like spoken language and a colonizer. Like their economies are different. Their cultural characters, some of them are kind of similar, but politically they're very different. Yeah, maybe with, like, generic prosperity and stuff like that, But, like, Arcan, like, you're more... I'm not saying generic in a bad way here, like, generic Spanish and Portuguese names. That's why I moved them to the independent bounty, because if it doesn't scream South America, let's leave those for Portugal and Hispania, with what, like, all 3 systems they're probably gonna get. Or for generic independent system names, because I think they're really good independent names. Like a random star named Prosperity or Paradisa or Perisio, there we go, Perisio makes a lot more sense than a named one. Parisio, you are fucking kidding me if there is not at least one planet named Parisio in this setting. I do not believe for one goddamn moment that there is not a Parisio in this setting. That has to be a, like, really hoity-toity, independent, resort world that that members of the OTO go to, and also like members of the Axis go to, and it's for only the richest of the rich. I will not live in a world where that's not true. Axis Spain, it's a major power. Yeah, I really like Shirley's idea. I really like Shirley's idea, and I have no leverage to make this true, that we should have a Spanish-Portuguese union, and have that union be like the face of legitimacy for the Axis when engaging diplomatically or economically with the OTO, because of the long-standing really positive relationship between Portugal and the United Kingdom. I think that's a really fucked up and interesting gray area that we could create, kind of like Vienna in the Cold War. Is it Vienna that's kind of a safe place for spy games? I'd really love a nation that captures that vibe. Parisio? Is that not what I said? Parisio? Paradiso? Paradiso is from the latest Bethesda game, Parisio. ODO is clearly the perfect place with no societal issues. Okay, so it's sub-Saharan African names. And where do we start with that? Specifically. We get specific with it. That's what we do. I kind of want to start with Mali. Can I have a languages of Africa map? That's not complicated enough. This is what I had in mind. This should speak to the level of difficulty and specificity necessary for what I mean by sub-Saharan Africa. There's a lot in here. Historic Mali was a big deal. Also, I jumped to Mali because of Mansa Musa. And Mali, according to Mansa Musa, I think, or some other Musa, there was an alleged expedition where Mali sent people to the Americas before Europeans did. I say a legend because it's an oral tradition and the physical evidence is non-existent, but it's a cool-ass story. People have been suggesting Egyptian. We've gotten a little bit of Berber, which is kind of just generic for these languages. We have a lot of Arabic in the north, right? But that stops as soon as we hit sub-Saharan. I think we have a couple Tuareg, but not much. We have a few from in here. But Mark went and named some stuff using, I think, Southern Soso. And I'll level with you. This other one, I don't follow. Senekane is South Africa, a very specific area in South Africa this is named after. This, not a clue. One of these is Algerian, I think, and the other one, I have no idea. So it might be North African, might be something completely different. Oh god. Can I have... So, although there's a lot of lingual diversity in Africa, yeah, you're gonna do it by country though, isn't it? Aren't you? I want a heat map. You don't have a population heat map here, do you? Nope, okay. Give me one of these old heat maps I was seeing. CIA.gov, well. 404 era, no. Dang. Alright, Britannica, this is fine. These darker areas are where we should be focusing on the languages, because that's where the people are, right? Mali is in here, kinda, but not the darkest kind of shade. Nigeria's kinda the place to start picking names out of. But I don't even... I don't even... You know, I do. I do have an idea how to start about that. I can't spell. Nigeria... not their alternate names. No, that... no, those are country names. Science fiction. Yeah, I'm like, you are lying to me if you're telling me there's no Nigerian science fiction. Binti, Goliath, Lagoon, Noor. Okay, I'm not hopeful about these. Riot Baby, what a title. Remote Control, Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun, Rosewater, Shadow Speaker, War Girls Who Feared Death. I think I've seen some science fiction, Nigerian science fiction series. I've seen a couple, actually. First member of the Himba people from Earth to be accepted into the prestigious intergalactic University of Umza Uni. Being for notified, runs away. Jellyfish-like species at war with Kush, another human ethnic group. Interesting. So I like some science fiction references, and I really like it if we can get to science fiction from those places. A couple examples on the map are Viagine, which I'm incredulous that nobody's commented on. Viagine, grammatically incorrect. That's not how you spell the Portuguese word for travel, or traveler, or to travel. That's incorrect. Viagine is a reference to a science fiction series from the 50s? A comic book series from the 50s, I think. A Brazilian comic book series from the 50s that had a much longer name. We have Kerrigan up here at the top, which is a StarCraft, and there are a few more spread around. So I like to start out here because it's a fun place to start out, and also it's reflective of what contemporary authors or historical authors in that region have valued or wanted to explore or express or investigate or challenge. So it's a good place to start getting an idea for, like, okay, well, these are, emic, homemade vibes. How do I accompany these vibes? Who Fears Death is... Oh, was that why Who Fears Death was suggested here? Hold on. No. 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 Am I imagining this? Alex finally lost it, for real, for real. Here's all the fucking silly angels I did. The Mad One got us to the moon. I'm imagining this. Okay. What was the protagonist? Onyesonwu? Who Fears Death. Weird name for a star, but interesting. Child of a woman. Okay. It was on the death to defeat her sorceress father, Daib, using her magical powers. Narrated by her as a journalist. Okay. Oh, novel is narrated by her to a journalist who interviews her before her execution, divided into 3 parts. Dang, dude. The drama. Okay. Where does the sorcery come in here? That's where the sorcery comes in. Okay, interesting. Not so much science fiction is fiction. I'm not picking up on the sci-fi part of this spy. But it's interesting. It's magic. It's cool. The epilogue, narrated by Nuru, who interviewed Onyesonwu, asserts she was stoned to death and explains how he worked with his sister to dig up her body. While narration of the last 2 chapters describes her escaping execution by transforming into a, I don't know what that word is, and flying east to meet with another character. What is this? It's a ritual mask. Oh, interesting. Would a ritual mask be an appropriate name for a star? No, right? Spiritual items used in funeral ceremonies. With the intended purpose to capture the spirit of the deceased. If the spirit roams free, might bring chaos back to the people. Interesting. 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 So the purpose of the mask is sort of protective there. The author of this is not claiming to understand the nature of chaos as it's understood. Regardless, ceremony is based on the preservation of the people and the cultures. They believe the death of one member has the potential to bring about the destruction of their society. Very interesting. But maybe not appropriate to name a star after. One of these is in the Art Institute in Chicago. Oh, I've seen it. Oh. I've seen one of these. Okay. Interesting. Cool, but maybe not a good name. Locations. War Girls. Is this high sci-fi? It's in the future. It's post-apocalyptic. Okay. Nigeria's in the midst of a decades-long civil war. Between national government and Biafran separatists. Sparked by ethnic tensions and conflict over powerful mineral Chukwu. Fictional, I assume? Is a supreme deity. Alright, we'll get to that. That is a cool name for a powerful mineral. Name it after a god, why not? In the novel, characters torn apart by civil war explores the themes of colonialism, climate change, and post-humanism. Biafra, we can't possibly use as a name, right? But that's something I need to read about. I'm probably not pumping out a lot of names tonight. This is probably a research stream now. But again, for clarity in how the sausage is made, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of this. That's a city, that's a capital. Why is it the capital? What does that word mean? That's something to go off of. Hideout is discovered, forced to flee through the nuclear wastelands. Sorry, Gabon has spaceships and colonies. Sorry, hold on. Futuristic Nigeria 2172. Western Hemisphere's been destroyed by nuclear war and global warming. North America and Europe are uninhabitable due to radiation. China and Southeast Asia remain habitable. Based. The Western powers, called the Commonwealth countries, have escaped to space, where they've established space colonies. Oh. Okay. Much of Nigeria is irradiated, except for a lush metal belt. Iffy dreams of her technological prowess to reverse climate change in Nigeria. Novel conveys the dangers of nuclear warfare and climate change, as well as how Western powers may avoid culpability for rendering Earth uninhabitable. You know what? You got a point. Interesting. Too real? Maybe. But Chukwu, that could be construed as a reference, and it's a fine enough name. It's generic, but fine. Edo. It's a clay doll capable of being infused with genetic material via nanobots. Edo is not a real thing. No. Cool name, though. Nigerian capital, yeah, add it to the list. Shadow Speaker, young adult, first name. Plot. 14-year-old Muslim, half Wadabe, half Igbo girl living in Nigeria. World is falling apart due to nuclear fallout. Okay. An eco-terrorist extremist in Haiti creates a bomb with magic and nuclear power gathered from an African country. He calls it the peace bomb because radioactivity will mutate everyone to look the same and have the same skin, and therefore the world will have no diversity and also means no racism. Oh boy. I know some Europeans who had some similar thoughts. He wants to use it easily traced down through investigations, use it causing a nuclear world war. He drops a peace bomb, but other nuclear bombs have been dropped. Whole world turns inside out. Forests pop out of nowhere, then secede. Children are born with magical powers. Borders are blurred to the point you walk out of your house in Texas, cross the street to Nigeria. Worlds are colliding. That sounds so fun. That's such a fun setting. The three-dimensional space fuckery, specifically. Rosewater. Nigerian agent Karo uses psychic powers to investigate mysterious alien dome. Alright. Yeah, some of these sound interesting, yeah, for real. This is part of why I really enjoy this, is I get exposed to stuff that I would never think to look up on my own. It exudes a fungus called the Synfaxi, the xenoforms, which interact with the human nervous system. Karo is sensitive, an alien named Wormwood. That is generic. Wormwood's a fine name for it. It's just been done. Okay, a lot of proper nouns. Okay. Alright, fair enough. Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. Middle school science grade novel. Sure, why not? What's it about? Psychokinetic ability goes to an elite school in Nigeria where her people are trained to serve the country. Save the country? Save the country, not serve. Okay, fine. Remote control. That's a cool-ass cover. Set in the same universe. Who fears death in the Book of the Phoenix? Okay, fair enough. Riot, baby. Clairvoyance and telekinetic powers. Okay. Lagoon. Afrofuturism. We'll have to see that. Aliens make contact with the people of Lagos. An explosion of violence across the city after contact is made. Symbiosis, period of utopian transformation, which aliens and humans come together to form a new post-capitalist Nigeria. Nice. Across the 3 acts, novel's primary plot revolves around the alien ambassador Ayodele and her interactions with human protagonists, marine biologist, a soldier, and a hip-hop artist. They have special abilities. Trickster Spider and Master Weaver from Igbo folklore. Legba, Yoruba Trickster. Language and Crossroads, who's recast as an expert. Huh. That's fun. That's very fun. New figures such as the Bone Collector. How did you get my alt account name? Who told you about me being the Bone Collector? Sandstorm. Fuanari. Okay, Binti. This looks gorgeous. Gorgeous cover. Fictional, but there's some interesting stuff to go for here. Papa Legba. Legba is hard to say no to, and significant. Abuja. Capital and 8th most populous city of Nigeria. It's not the most populous? What's up with this name? The foundation of Abuja was under Shigari in 1979. Did not exist prior to the Nigerian government's engagement for an internationally reputable firm to design the master plan. The presidential palace, commonly referred to as the Aso Rock in Asokoro district. Asokoro, the doyen of the districts. Zumbo, meaning gorgeous place. That I like. That I like. Zumbo? Damn it. Why is this gotta be a last name? Gorgeous place? Yeah, Zumbo. Too common of a name. That blows. Nigeria? Yep, nope. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Would have been too easy. Eso also signifies victory. Aso meaning it will be light. The rock was named Aso, signifying victory. See, this is the damn thing about having so many languages in Nigeria. One word can mean so many different things, and the context can be very different. So, consequently, the term Asokoro could be derived from the collective identity of the inhabitants as people of victory. Maybe. Maybe. God, Oh. Biafra doesn't have much for me to pull with, huh? No. And I don't really want to pull directly from it. Yeah. Okay, you know what? I hate this. Give me something more abstract. Geography. Geography in Nigeria, yes. Wildlife, no thanks. So the country is named after the river. It was named by a white lady, I think, but it's still the namesake because it's a generic enough name that everyone has in common that's hard to deny. This is such a diverse area. This is such a diverse area. We could do eco-regions. Yeah, you know what? Is it lazy? Maybe. 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 None of these have especially evocative names, do they? Because Cameroon ain't gonna do it. Cross Niger isn't gonna do it. Forest. Nope, nope, nope. Savannah isn't gonna do it as a name. Savannah Mosaic, Plateau Mosaic, Mandara. Maybe Mandara is at least a proper noun. What? Why are you named Mandara? What does this word mean? It is an ethnic group in a language. God dang it. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it indeed. Okay, Valley of Lake Chad. Lake Chad isn't in, no. Well, it's part of the border. What's, what was it called prior to... I'm really noticing this a lot. So, in a lot of sections where you have a lake, let's say, Lake Huron. If I pull up Lake Huron's Wikipedia page, the etymology is often talked about very early on. The name of the lake derived from early explorers, yada yada yada. But I'm noticing in West African articles, it's not talked about at all. Like, it's important, the lakeside is rich, the lake is rich, it's divided, water sources, water levels, humid period during the 19th century, yada yada yada. But these Wikipedia articles aren't written in the same format where they go, it was named this because of this. And they don't have etymology sections very often, which is so interesting. Lake, Chad, name. Name for a mistake. Of course it was. Simply meant lake. Typical. Lot of that. There's a lot of that. Man, I really wanted to sit down and have a clear idea of what I'm doing here, but Okay, so Nigeria is named after the Niger Delta. This is the kind of unifying thing. Give me a Niger River as well. It has tons of different names. Maybe we just use different names for the Niger River? Is that cheating? Is that cheating? Does that feel cheap? Does that feel cheap? It feels a little cheap, but it feels like it might work. Yes, but no, yeah. Yeah, Nah, fuck it, I'm doing it. You know, we don't have to commit this, but I'm adding these. Mayo? Mayo Jaliba? The full thing is Mayo Jaliba? Okay, etymology. Give me this. Mayo Jaliba. This is Fua. Boom. Oh, fuck. That was an empty field. Fair enough. Mayo Jaliba. Fula. Hey, for the Niger River. Jaliba. Great River. Banding name for the Niger River. Because if we're keeping Nigeria together, this is the thing. This is the big thing. The shared core identity, which is weird. Oh god. We're not using the Tuareg one. There's no way in hell Mark will want to use this one. Tuareg name for the Niger River. Issa Songhay. The river. Name. Songhat. Nice, nice. Way to go, Alex. Songhay. Songhay. Name for the Niger River. Isabiri. Great river. Not Songhay. This is Zarma. Zarma. Name for the Niger. I keep forgetting the word Niger. Niger River. Boom, 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 boom. Isabiri is Zarma. Wara. That is Wasa. Wasa name for the Niger River. Boom, boom. Idu. Nupe. Nupe. Name for the Niger River. Boom, 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 boom. Oh yeah. Yoruba. Yoruba name for the Niger River. And its associated goddess. Igbo Orimiri / Orimili. Igbo Great Water. Igbo name for the Niger River. There's no reason why all these names couldn't be the names of systems, right? Like, they're all kind of generic, but they're all distinct references to the same thing, and that same thing is the national source of commonality. So maybe that's not a terrible idea. Put that backwards. This is Ichao Torubeni. The river water. Yeah, they're probably more creative names to come up with. Ichao name for the Niger River. I don't love these, if I'm being honest. I really don't. But I'm trying to get an idea started. How long do I want to go for? It's 3 hours? Maybe 4 total for today. What time would that be? 7? Oh, maybe I want to stop sooner than that. It would be nice to know what nations constitute here. What you need to do is check all of those nations are actually from Niger. They're not. I know they're not. Tuareg specifically, I know isn't. Tuareg is much further north. No, not much further north, but it's further north. I was about to say, I'm not sure what nations we're representing with Nigeria. My assumption is that Nigeria is more of a West African federation than it is just Nigeria. That's kind of the vibe I get, but I don't know this for a fact, so that's why I'm like, well, why not all of them? And we can just have the river be this main theme here, because that is the only thing this area has in common. The only thing. There are some cities along the river, maybe, but cities are going to be indicative of specific nationalities and specific ethnicities, and I think I need more details to go on before I can come up with generic names for specifically Nigeria. Which is okay, but it's a little difficult. I feel like it would fit better a bunch of planets named in the Pattern 1 system. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I think that would work a lot better. But again, like, I don't know what scale we're talking about with Nigeria. I can kind of get a vibe for it. Let's see, Champlain group. It looks weird because I'm an editor. Nigeria it's a great power. So for comparison, we have Brazil, Italy, India, Turkey, and Alpha Centauri, but Alpha Centauri is a weird one. So minimally, we're talking 7 systems. Minimal. If we're going for the, tall but strong model that Turkey has going on. Like, if we're going Brazilian scale, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We're doing India, that's also like 16, 17, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 Indian systems. So it being a major power means that we should have dozens of names prepped for it. It being a major power leads me to believe that it's probably more of a West African federation than it is just Nigeria. It's the Federation of Nigeria, but Nigeria is already a federation. That's already the title of Nigeria. I think a West African Union, just using this name because it's one thing they have in common, and not using a name as generic as the East African Federation or whatever else, makes some sense. Is Sahel on here? It should be. S-A-H-E-L. It helps to spell Sahel, right? It's not? Wild. Okay. Sahel is a massive savanna. It is a massive fucking savanna. The Sahel is like the sub-Saharan African boundary. I don't even know. We can get into the etymology. Arabic. Oh, okay. From the Arabic name for the region, Al-Sahil. Sahil means coast, shore. Unattested, suggests it may come from the Arabic word plain instead. What language is this? English? I'm kind of tempted just to call it Arabic. Okay, Wiktionary, be a bro. Sahel. Romanian. Is it really Romanian though? Is it? Is it any of these languages? Who coined this term? Border of the desert. That's not what that means. Coast of the desert. Border of the desert. Okay, I get it. From Arabic, specifically this. Sahil. Coast side. So it's more like coast of the desert than border of the desert, unless I'm missing some nuance here, right? Which has been explained as figurative reference to the southern edge of the West Sahara. Yeah, it's a metaphor. So why would you say border? Why would you ruin the metaphor? Arabic. From Al-Sahil. Coast, shore. Metaphorical reference to this region's role as the shore, southern shore, I should say, southern shore of the Sahara. This, the Sahel is a savanna, right? Yeah. S-A-V-A-N-N-A, the savanna's role as a southern shore. Yeah, sure, works for me. Etymology, let's freaking go, bro. Sahel, very common name. It's also the name for Tunisian coastal desert zones, which can describe a desert wind in Morocco. Yeah. But on the Google test, we get this. The Morocco desert winds I was looking at for Moroccan desert winds. The names of different winds I was looking at for the Vega cluster when we were working on this. Because we have Sirocco here, we have Pampero, Minuano, Coromel, Mistral, Kona, Khazri, Tsiukantimo, Kamshin, Hamatan, Whitaker I don't understand at all. I assume that's a Forrest Whitaker reference. I have no idea what else that could be. The hell. Do we have more regional names? No. Okay, we could do Sahelian kingdoms. Maybe, that wouldn't hurt. Trans-Saharan trade, that would be a good idea for a thing to research. Let's edit. Choose another folder. Dawn of Victory. Do you have Africa? Don't have one. Okay. DOV. Africa. That's a whole fucking continent you're doing there, Alex. Yep. Okay, Niger River. Where's your headwaters? Let's where's your course start? Its source is the Guiana Highlands. Okay, are you just called the Guiana Highlands? In Guyana, they're known as the Dorsale Guianine, because France. Other peaks include... Do any of these peaks specifically act as the headwater? That's something to look into. Ivory Coast, Guinea. Yeah, something to look into there. Right now, I'm more in note collecting mode. Like, okay, all right. I'm starting to come up with some vague ass ideas, but they're going to take too long to read about today. 4 hours is seriously on a weekend where we haven't had an update in a week, and I don't need to be doing this right now. This is more for funsies, showing, hey, this is how you can start moving in this direction. I think like Arcan's doing here, I think I'm probably gonna get to the point where I just crack open dictionaries and go word by word. I did that for a couple of different languages, and it's mind-numbing but kind of fun. Mostly mind-numbing. Timbuktu, Gao, Djenne. Something to read about. I'm really focusing on West Africa right now. Again, I'm focusing on Nigeria because that's where the people are. It is a big, big country. It's the world's 6th most populous country. Make a drinking game out of it. Easy peasy. I will die. You want me to live, don't you? It's not a good way to make me live. Most days. Oh, okay. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Surge, aiding more area, gas and test. Nigeria. Change name. Name change? I was reading about this the other day. And it's somewhat recent in the news, but the recent name was the United States of Africa. Which, Not inspired, my man, not inspired. Nigeria's name is demeaning and it's time to change it. But the suggested names don't change much. It's intriguing that to this date we have not mustered sufficient courage to drop this denigrating appellation. French named their colony Niger, where the British gave us the ridiculous appellation Nigeria. Yeah? So did you have any proposals, or are you just mad about it? Because what I've been reading is people saying that it's bad but not having better ideas. And I agree with them, and I know that feeling. I love this description of Zimbabwe jettisoning the colonial name of Rhodesia. That's a very dramatic way to put it. That's so good. Why do specific people change their name? Like, I know it's an ongoing thing, but I don't know what the proposals have been outside of, like, a couple examples. Writers can write, yeah. Aw. Thanks, Desi. The Jenne is definitely way to go for Songhai. Ooh, oh. Sahel is an interesting place to start. I think it's such a big fucking name. It'd be nice if we could break that up into smaller areas. I did look this up and then I closed. Of course I did. Give me ecoregions of Nigeria. You mean to tell me these forests don't have... Man, these pages are colonnades. God damn. Like, no other names are shown for this. For conservation threats, urban areas and settlements. List of languages spoken in Nigeria. Yep, nope. That's what I wanted. Just spoken in Nigeria. A mere 30 languages. A mere 30 languages to account for. Kwasa, Yoruba, Cameroon are big ones. But then we have Bantu, North Bantoid, Cross River Platoid, Yoruboid, Idoid, Igboid, Nupoid, Edomoid, Kwa, North Volta languages like Adamawa, Bungi, Gur, Ijoid, Atlantic languages, Mande languages, Afro-Asiatic languages, Nilo-Saharan languages, because we do get some of these up here by Lake Chad. It's a lot, dog. It's a lot. Now, the most popular languages are going to be Yoruba, Igbo. It is like the big two. So if we only do two, and we should do more than two, having it dominated by Igbo and Yoruba names makes a lot of sense, but you don't want to be that reductive, because if we're just going with those two, we are leaving out a lot. Honestly, anything with over 10 million speakers, it hit me up. Add it to the list. Add it to the list. Nigeria's linguistic diversity is a microcosm of much of Africa as a whole, and the country contains languages of 3 major African language families: Afro-Asiatic, Nilo-Saharan, and Niger-Congo. Nigeria has several as-yet unclassified languages, such as Sintum, which may represent a relic of an even greater diversity prior to the spread of current language families. Yeah. It's fascinating, and it's overwhelming externally. Like, there are definitely regions we get to where I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, I have no training in this. I have no experience in this, and this is one of them. And it's not unexpected, but it does kind of suck. Oh. Niger River names. Because it's a major power, like, its national character is important to me to figure out where the fuck it goes. Like, where it goes with the names, I mean. Like, we have any notes? No, it's part of the African movement and it's non-aligned. Okay, so it's not OTO aligned. It's not an OTO member. So, would it still speak English primarily? Probably, right? I mean, at least the nice thing about English is that it's not anyone's first language. It's a foreign language for everyone, so it's equally detestable. Nigerian artists. Landscape artists. Oh, I don't have a Wikipedia article on this one, but we have a fucking Wikipedia article on American ones, huh? Nigeria. Give me the Wikipedia page again. Unity, faith, peace, and progress. Man, I guess. Here are some different names. Arise, oh compatriots. Man, that is generic. And like, it'd be really nice to honor people who participated in the real world independence movements, but it's outside of our time constraint here. So which second language they might speak might depend on who they ask for their FTL drives. Yeah. Germany has an old imperial interest there, yep, and several former African colonies still learn German today. Yeah. So that detail is pretty fucking important. And I don't have that. For getting thoughtful names, it's pretty important. For getting good placeholder or good, like, B-tier names, just reading through a dictionary is probably gonna be the move here. Military dictatorship, that republic returned to democracy. Geography. Can I see the Niger catchment? Can I see a map of the Niger catchment? That would be huge. No, I could probably find an image of it. No, this is the inner delta. No, the entire fucking thing. I want a map of the basements. Basin. I want a map of the basin. God. So pulling names specifically from within the basin could be an idea. Yeah, I don't know. I am actually getting pretty tired. Demographics, infrastructure, culture. Yeah, that's gonna be a hard thing to summarize in one article. Major ethnic cultures around 1979. Yep. More area does not mean bigger, does not mean more populous. Nollywood. Nigerian film industry is known as Nollywood. Why not? I mean, Bollywood's a thing, sure. Only India's Bollywood is larger. Oh. It is now the second largest producer of movies in the world. Way to go, Nollywood. So, like, festivals that are gonna unite people are gonna be like national festivals, like Independence Day, which isn't a thing in 33 yet, and I don't know what to do here. Oh, famous book published in 58. Of course it is. Food, no. Architecture, music, clothing, oral tradition. Yeah, beyond a very superficial stab at this, I don't think we're getting much better. I think we're probably settling for the very superficial stab at this. That's okay. It could be worse. More details, I'll be able to get more substantial, especially knowing like the number of stars that I have to play with. That makes this so much easier. Yeah, I feel very under-equipped to play around with this right now. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Close this. Give me this. Close. Okay. What else do I want to do? I don't want to fuck with this. This is fine. I've already submitted some changes for that. I guess we'll live with this. I've already submitted changes for this and this. I've submitted changes for this. This is fine. Most of this is fine. I've just submitted some corrections. This is fine. I don't understand how to iterate on these names, but they don't really need me to iterate on them. Also, Kalahari down here is a throwaway. It might be a mistake. Well, I don't know. I'm curious to see where Mark is going with this. I really am. I think there might be something very cool going on, but until I get more details about who the hell Senekane are, I can't touch that. I'd love to jump into getting some work done on what we are getting into next, but I think what we're getting into next is the Acadian Expanse over here, and I showed off. I think Africa was hard. Just wait for American names and brace for 5 different Springfields. Yeah. American names are going to suck. I'm going to hate most of them. People are gonna be like, ooh, founding fathers, founding fathers, founding fathers. This president, that president. They should all be named after presidents. And then the United States, a nation that swears that it's about diversity and inclusion and being a nation of immigrants, will have a bunch of names solely derived from white people. Because, again, keep in mind, point of divergence, 1933. And that sucks. I'm not crazy about that. So, again, with the United States, I'm probably going to want to avoid people's names. And the chances of me being able to do that easily, kind of low. Because people also include Anglified versions of indigenous names, like Mississippi, which aren't, strictly speaking, grammatically correct, and you'd like to think the second time around we might get it right, instead of just repeating the mistake of the past. I'm pessimistic. The Acadian Expanse is entirely fictional. We get to have a lot of fun with. And I think, I think it'll be a nice break after doing Italy. Pocahontas. No joke, Desi, it's been suggested. It's there. It's been at it before. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up because I'm getting salty and I'm tired and my creative juices are pretty much gone and I want to sit down and eat. Ford F-150. Now we're fucking talking. Fordlandia, not joking, has been suggested at least 3 times. The Expanse, as in the Acadian Expanse. Sorry, I had to check because the Expanse is the name we use for a few things. The Acadian Expanse was a nation-building project of the Orion Treaty Organization, basically Space NATO. So the United States, the Pacific States, the United Kingdom, France, etc. Tried to set up a new nation colonial project here out of displaced peoples from a bunch of different nations and trying to just kind of move them out here as a way to expand their borders. And as most American nation-building projects go, it blew up in their face and turned into a protracted war instead. Although the OTO has won that conflict, the region is still marred, scarred, and divided by this proxy war that had taken place essentially between the Axis and the OTO. So it was a battleground between the capitalists and the fascists. So it's a neat little area, and I'm excited to have it develop more, and hopefully Mark's feeling up to it this week. But this last weekend was, I believe, his birthday, so happy belated birthday to Mark. As always, anything I talk about during these streams, any opinions, values, yada yada yada, are mine and mine alone. I say this solely for the purposes of, like, I was joking with the other staff and with the mods that were hanging out here earlier. I think his birthday's the 22nd. He posts about it on Twitter. I wanted to be very clear that nothing that I produce is Dawn of Victory lore, is Dawn of Victory finalized product. This is just a staff member working, a staff member showing what the workflow can look like, showing what the world building process looks like, shows the agonizing work of picking names and researching names and trying to make sure that things are grammatically correct, aren't appropriative, aren't accidentally offensive in one language or another, and the kind of editorial work that goes into it. That's purely what this is illustrative of, and it would be impossible for me to do this while maintaining my sanity, to be an editor and not be myself while doing it, because that is the only levity I get, and there are thousands and thousands of these I've read through. So, with that in mind, tomorrow, we may have a little stream tomorrow, but I'm thinking we're not getting much done tomorrow. Monday, probably not much done. Tuesday, probably not much done. I have some stuff I want to get done early next week. Wednesday, maybe we'll have new content by Wednesday. Monday is the last Monday of April, so if we are to release new content in April, as was hoped, it'll be Monday. Though if not, I guess May 1st is Wednesday. Jesus, that's horrifying. That's when I'll have to actually get back to work instead of being creative and just doing the light work of editing names. So until tomorrow, or whenever it is I stream again, thank you for hanging out. Lovely to see so many people today. And I'm gonna say toodaloo. Take care. I will see you then. Bye-bye.